Actor Jussie Smollett took the stand today and made some stunning revelations about his relationship with the Nigerian brothers he is accusing of attacking him. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So I couldn't end this day without covering this story, because last week we were covering all of the events that were coming out of this Jussie Smollett situation. So Jussie Smollett actually took the stand today and relived this incident that he says these two brothers actually attacked him. So again, just in case you need a full reminder of what happened here and how it's playing out in court, as Jussie's the one being charged, he says on the stand today, under oath, he says, "There was no hoax. What happened to me happened." The actor, who's openly gay and black, described how he was walking home from a subway chain to his apartment on a blistering night at around 2 a.m. in Chicago. Just want to point that out. All you people from Chicago understand what I mean. When he heard someone yell, "Empire," derogatory term for gay male that starts with an F, and then empire, N-word. On the stand, Jussie says this. He says, "This person felt significantly larger than me. They were dressed in dark clothes, a ski mask, and I could only see this area," he said, from the witness stand, gesturing to his eyes. At one point during his testimony, he stands up and acted out how his alleged attackers came at him and how he defended himself by trying to take a swing. He says, "I would like to think I landed a punch, but I know that I certainly threw one." He smiles and giggles in response to a follow-up about his hitting accuracy. So according to Jussie, the reason why he thought his attackers were white was because he alleges that they used a racial slur and shouted "MAGA country," in reference to, of course, the former president Donald Trump. And Jussie says on the stand that if it wasn't for his manager, Frank Gadsden, he probably would have never filed a police report. And the reason why, he says, this is a quote, "I'm also a well-known figure at the time, and I'm openly gay man. I'm an actor. I want to play a boxer. I want to play a superhero. I want to blow stuff up. The moment I got beat, I became the F word who got his ass whooped." So as you know, the Osundairo brothers alleged that Jussie's paid them $3,500 to carry out this attack. But according to Jussie Smollett, he says the payment that he made to the brothers were for fitness and nutritional coaching. He says, "Basically, I turned to him and said, 'You should just be my trainer.' He agreed. I think I took my shirt off and showed him my little fat belly, and he said, he could do it." According to the Post, Smollett claimed that Abimbola had offered to get him an herbal steroid that's illegal in the U.S. to help him with his weight loss, and the infamous text message he sent him that the prosecutor said was proof he staged a crime, quote, "might need your help on the low," was in regards to the drug. During a January 27th meeting, the Osundairo brothers allege was a dress rehearsal for the hate crime hoax. Smollett testified he had a workout session planned with Abimbola that day and used the opportunity to give him the check for his personal training services. Smollett claimed that he picked up the two brothers and they ended up just driving around smoking blunts before he dropped them both off. But according to Jussie Smollett's attorneys, he's alleging that the Osundairo brothers requested $1 million each in order to keep them from testifying against him. However, the prosecutors are saying that the brothers were just trying to help Smollett in the hopes he'd further their own budding acting careers, and they felt indebted to him after the actor helped Abimbola get a role on the set of Empire. But here's the stunning claim that came out today. According to Smollett, while he was on the stand, he says that this was a period of time in his life that was a drug-fueled partying lifestyle, and reveals he and Abimbola did cocaine together and hooked up on the first night they met at a club in the fall of 2017. He says, "We were in a club, you go to the bathroom, go to a stall, do a bump, and then just kind of keep going in. And then we went to the bathhouse." He says then they ended up at Chicago's Boytown neighborhood, where they ended up going to this place called Steamworks, which is a bathhouse over there. And he says we did more drugs and made out, adding that there was some touching and things like that, but that sexual encounter didn't go further until their next trip to the bathhouse. He says during that next encounter, Smollett testified they pleasured themselves. He says we went alone this time. We got a private room. Again, we did drugs and made out a little bit, and this time we pleasured ourselves. So when people are criticizing Jussie for using his sexuality in regards to this bias crime that he's alleging the two brothers did to him, he says on the stand, I have such an issue with people who weaponize sexuality. So that's just not my scene. That's just not how I roll. But it doesn't end there. According to Jussie, he has still scars from the attack. So when the prosecution, when they referenced testimony from the emergency room doctor who treated Smollett and found he didn't suffer serious injuries, drawing an emotional response from Smollett, who said his injuries were absolutely significant. He says, I have a scar that has not healed under my right eye. 3 years later, I have blackness around my left eye that has not healed. My injuries were real. So in regards to, guys, I'm going over every specific detail because if you've been following this case and you remember some of these issues that came up when the story first happened, one of the things that people they didn't believe Jussie was because his reluctance to hand over materials for this investigation. So last week, detectives from the Chicago Police Department testified about Smollett's reluctance to hand over his phone records, medical reports, and a DNA swab. They zeroed in on that late Monday, asking him why he didn't fully cooperate. He says, I cared more about my privacy, and that's the truth. He added that he was wary of providing information to the police after numerous leaks about the case came out and received a text message from CNN host Don Lemon who told him cops said they didn't believe the actor's story. This situation, it's going to come down to based on this jury and what they believe. It's really he said, she said at this point. Although we do see video footage of a, quote, dry run, this is what the prosecution is alleging, was a dry run between Jussie Smollett and the brothers the day before his attack. But as I said to you before, Jussie is saying that no, they were hanging out, they were providing personal training sessions for him. At this point, Jussie has a great story. He has a great story to kind of cover up all of his accusations. I'm not going to call them lies, because honestly, when I first heard about this story, and I don't think I've ever shared this, when I first heard about this story, my first thought in my mind, something's not right here. Something's not right. And then when I saw the interview that Jussie did, I said, oh, something really isn't right. May it be my own intuition. So when I heard all of this transpire about people saying that Jussie made this up, that this wasn't real, I was like, ding, 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 ding. Guys, this is ongoing. I'm sure more details will come out. What we've gotten so far in regards to new details is Jussie admitting to drug use, admitting to a physical relationship with one of the Osundairo brothers. We'll see what more comes out. I want to know your thoughts on some of the information that we've gotten from Jussie in this situation. What do you guys believe? I see so many mixed reactions. Some people believe Jussie and what Jussie is saying. And a lot of people are saying that they don't believe Jussie. Here's the biggest thing for me is that if this was staged, the amount of taxpayers' money that was wasted, the people that actually needed the police to focus on missing black boys and girls in Chicago. We shall see. As I said to you before, right now it's like he said, she said. I don't know where this is going to end up. As we've reported before, more than likely, if Jussie is convicted of this, he will only serve, he will probably only get probation and have to do volunteer work. As always, guys, I want to know your thoughts, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.